Currently, my phone is sitting on top of one of these. They're both empty. And if I just punch the camera, it would fall and my brand new piece of capital would be destroyed. Also, my friend told me that I spelled capital wrong in that video, and I'm very embarrassed of that. So go ahead and leave a hate comment so I can attract more clout, more viewers, and viewer retention, and all that good stuff. But that's sort of what I wanted to make this video about, is like, why do y'all watch? Why do y'all watch this? I don't know why y'all watch this. I mean, so far, and I know this isn't a major flex, but I've gotten 17 hours of watch time in the last 28 days since I decided to start uploading videos again. And that's like, you just divide that by 2. That's 8.5. So that's sort of like collectively across the world, 8 movies worth of time were spent on me just sitting here yapping about things I clearly don't know anything about. Now, that's not to say that my content is bad, but I thought the growth was going to be a little bit slower. I'm totally just hopping on trends. I saw this style of content coming out like 3-4 years ago, and I didn't jump on the bandwagon back then. Could have blown up serious, especially if, I'm not going to try and get on too many tangents, but the main point is, it's like, I really want some comments down below about what you want out of me. I'm certainly willing to give a certain amount. People are like, oh, yeah, are you authentic? Are you authentic, bro? And I'm like, no, man, like, I want to get these views, dog, and I want to do it respectfully and with compassion, and not by being like a douchebag. But I think the most authentic thing to do would be to make what people want to see, because that's what I want to do. And ultimately, I'm a stubborn bastard, so if somebody leaves a comment and I disagree with it, I'll just be like, nah. But that's pretty much the whole video. I might film another one. I liked filming 3 yesterday because they didn't get like a bunch of views right off the bat. But collectively, I think they all did better than like one video would have, even if that one video got more views. This one's probably pretty boring. I got that hater mentality, even for myself. That's part of my journey, right? Is it's like my last video, 93% cooked. I'm saying like you, the viewer, probably like 93% cooked at best. And that's where I sort of want to fill my niche, is I'm like 73% cooked. Or I'm like 71% cooked. Maybe I'm just hating on myself and I'm more like 57% cooked. It's probably closer to there. But like, I was just watching these videos and I was getting so tired of them being like, well, I make $1 million this year, and if you're not making at least $10,000 a month, you're like a slug. And man, you're not being hard on yourself enough. And I'm like, that's just not me, man. I'm sorry, I'm a little more hippy dippy than that. And if that leads to me not being successful, like, everybody else can fuck off. Like, my dream, the reason I do want to fit into this sort of masculine sphere of influence and bullshit is because I want to have those traits, to acquire those resources, so that I can have my property, build my castle, have all my amenities, and then fuck off. Not have to play the game anymore. There are so many times in life where I'm just like, I wish I could just live life in creative mode. I probably want to switch back. It'd probably get boring as shit. But I mean, if y'all know Minecraft, y'all know creative mode. And for those of y'all who don't know, it's just a play style where instead of having to like grind for the resources and collect it all yourself and get everything block by block, and that you just have all the resources from the start. It's like if everything was free, it's like legitimate perfect communism. And I'd fuck with that. I know I just called myself a communist, but I'm under the firm and staunch belief still that humans don't really have the capacity to pull it off, and that's why I wouldn't call myself a communist in public. But if it was really just like I had my shit, I never had to worry about being hungry, I never had to worry about being poor, I never had to worry about what if my dreams couldn't come true. That's like some real shit. And the truth is, sorry, the truth is that even if everybody had infinite resources, some people would still just do better because of the capacity of their mind and what they would think to do. And things, I know we're talking about apples and oranges because you're saying like, oh, some guy's a physicist and he invents a Dyson sphere. And then some other guy is a basketball player, and they invent like the best gym in the world. So there's levels to this shit, and they're not just hierarchical. They go horizontal. But what I am saying is that some people are so mentally deficient that in their fantasy world they'd still be living in a hovel, being abused, and I think that's why we default to capitalism as people, is because with the limited resources, it's like we only want to give those limited resources to the people who have the ability to use them to their fullest extent. Sorry. I see some like anarchist, socialist, new wave, Zoomer person, somebody my same age, and I'm not like a hardcore Republican. I don't like Trump. I don't like the put down mentality, political shit, whatever. But I see these like anarchist punk sort of characters who are just one, they're fakers, because it like when things don't go their way, they throw a tantrum, and things wouldn't be going your way a lot in the type of systems that they describe. But the other thing is like, what are you gonna make out of all this shit, right? You really think you could do it better than who's doing it right now? Okay, I don't care whether they're doing a good job. This reminds me of the Matrix sequel, the fourth Matrix movie, where people were like, oh, that was bad, that was dog shit, and I'm like, okay, well, their task was to write a fourth Matrix movie. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? Tell me you would have written that shit better. Tell me. On yo mama. On Jaw. Like on Stephen Hawking, the Apple CEO guy, Steve Jobs. On all them motherfuckers. Just tell me with a straight fucking face that you even know how to run your life. You can't. You can't fucking do it. I mean, when I asked like what y'all want to see out of these videos, what I'm really asking is like, not to tell me what kind of content to make, but like tell me the problems you're struggling with. And I'll give my half-assed, not as good a response as ChatGPT, but a little bit more charm, a little bit more applicability, if we may. Because I've done this several times with several different things. I've asked ChatGPT, like, basically, how do I fix my life? What do I do? And then it tells you everything. That's like, okay, that's just facts. That's just straight up. That's what I've been told. The key is doing that shit. Do it. Do it. In fact, I'm going to do 25 push-ups right now. We go in gauntlet mode on this shit. That shit hurt. That shit was painful. I didn't like doing that shit, man. It takes a lot out of me. But now that I'm here, talking to y'all again, it all suddenly seems worth it. This is me. Like this, I get my pump. It's not a lot. It's not like the Instagram physique. But look, when I did that, I just got like 0.62% less cooked. Do the math on that. That's over 0.5. So you're 93% cooked right now. Well, let's take. So you did 25 push-ups, and you can't do 25 push-ups. You can do like 5 push-ups. So it's like now you're at some bullshit math like 0.1. You do that 10 times. All of a sudden, you're 1% less cooked. So you do 5 push-ups every single day. You're 1% less cooked. Okay, now you can do 10 push-ups. You're less cooked. You don't even have to do exercise. Oh, you've been wanting to study something, so you can only do 5 push-ups. But there's other aspirations in your life. Well, work on them. Everything goes towards your growth. Everything goes towards your growth. This is fact. This is known. Even the negative things. I mean, you come back from heroin and you function like a regular person. Well, turns out you're actually stronger than a regular person. Whole bunch of bullshit. Sorry for the yapathon, y'all. If you made it to the end of this video, you are my #1 fan. Congratulations. Peace.